Last week I made a video talking about how big the Star Wars Outlaws map will be, so if you did miss that then I would recommend giving it a watch. But given the sheer size of the Toshara map alone, along with the many planets that we've seen in the footage so far, I thought I would talk today a little bit about how many planets we've got confirmed in the game thus far. But before I get into that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on for more content on Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, so officially we only have 2, potentially 3 planets confirmed thus far, and they are Toshara and Akiva, but thanks to the gameplay walkthrough and the reveal trailer that we got a few weeks ago, we actually know about quite a few others. But before I do get into those other planets, let's firstly talk about Toshara. So Toshara is actually a moon of another planet, and it's going to be huge. The map has already been said to be bigger than the Division 2's Washington DC map alone, and that is just the one planet. Toshara, from what we've seen thus far, will have a sprawling open world for us to be able to ride around on our speeder bike, along with several settlements like Jaunter's Hope, and even a fully explorable capital city called Miragana. Now I do find that incredibly exciting, and Toshara also seems to be the main planet in this game, where probably quite a lot of the action will happen, a little bit like what Kobo was like in Jedi Survivor. Now Kobo in Jedi Survivor, for those who haven't played the game, was the biggest planet where most of the story took place, along with a lot of side content as well. Now I don't expect Toshara to be like that in every single sense, but no doubt I think it will be the biggest map in the game, but we will just have to wait and see. Next we have Akiva. Now Akiva, for those who didn't know, and I didn't know this until I looked into it, but Akiva has been in Star Wars before thanks to the Aftermath trilogy, and it is the home planet of Snap Wexley from the sequel trilogy, which I also think is really cool. Given that this planet was made for a book and hasn't been seen anywhere else, we don't actually really know what it looks like until this footage, so I really cannot wait to see it and experience it for myself in this game beyond what our imaginations can create from the books. Now what we do know about Akiva is that it is a jungle planet and was once part of the Separatist Alliance, so I'm very excited to see if and how that all plays a part. Now this next planet was confirmed shortly after the release of the trailers a few weeks ago, but I couldn't find the interview in which it was confirmed in, but it is quite obvious anyway. But Kojimi, the planet from The Rise of Skywalker, which was the home planet of the Spice Runners, Babu Frick and Zori Bliss, will be explorable in this game, which I think is very exciting. LEGO Star Wars didn't include an explorable Kojimi, which was really frustrating, so being able to explore it in this game will definitely fill that void in for me. Also from the sequel trilogy, it looks like Cantonica, and more specifically the city of Canto Bight from The Last Jedi, will be in this game as well. Now it hasn't been confirmed as of yet, but it looks incredibly similar, so I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. The final planet that we've seen in the Outlaws footage also hasn't been confirmed, but based on the architecture alone and even the premise of the game, I think it's fair to say that Tatooine will be explorable as well. I know we've seen Tatooine a lot over the last few years thanks to The Mandalorian, Kenobi and all the rest of it, but like Sammy Boy said in his video the other week, Tatooine is kind of the main planet of Star Wars, and I think he's absolutely right. I also love seeing Tatooine and existing planets anyway, because it gives us even more opportunities to tell new stories in the same places and explore new places within the planet. So they are all of the confirmed planets thus far. Even though a few of them haven't been confirmed, they do seem very obvious, and I have to say I love the amount of sequel trilogy content that we're getting with this. We haven't seen much stuff to do with the sequels or content from it, at least since The Rise of Skywalker, so being able to explore the likes of Kojimi and Cantonica, if that is in the game, is a really exciting prospect. All of the planets that we've seen in the game thus far as well I think make absolute sense. Now I don't know enough about Akiva for it to make sense, and obviously Toshara is brand new for this game, but Tatooine is obviously a massive crime hub within Star Wars with the Hutts, and then Kojimi was obviously home to the Spice Runners, so that's obviously stuff to do with criminal organisations and smuggling and whatnot, so that absolutely makes sense. And then Canto Bight, as we saw in The Last Jedi, is a place filled with rich people gambling, so I think that also makes a lot of sense as well. I personally am really excited to explore all of these planets when the game releases next year. Let me know what you think about this selection in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars Outlaws content. That is it from me today though, thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.